Anyway, thank you for the super chat. What is your opinion on these black influencers speaking up against both the Palestinians and the Palestinian protest? Man, why you get me? All right, okay, hold on. Let me just take a few deep. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them for trying to divide us. Fuck them for not knowing their history. Fuck them for telling us to ignore genocide of those people while trying to convince people that they should care about the oppression of black people here in the US. How are you going to sit here and make an argument that other people should pay attention to our plight when we're suffering? Yeah, I mean, outside of the cops shooting us dead in the street without accountability, like just from the day-to-day things that American black people have had to go through because of literal laws that were passed. How are you going to convince people to look in at our situation but say, fuck those kids that are getting bombed to death? And you got the audacity to look like me. And I mean, if this was like Somalia, would they have the same attitude? Some people would, but the majority wouldn't, of course. But even more so, if this wasn't Kamala, if y'all weren't so worried about having a black face in a high place instead of having black representation that actually will represent you and your interests, because like I said, I have no problem with coalitions. Coalitions are not only natural, but necessary. Indigenous people having a coalition is okay. Black people having coalitions are okay. Hell, even the elites having their own little coalitions. Neighborhoods having their coalitions. Certain classes having, that is a normal aspect of any functional polity, any functional society. I get all that. But she ain't representing not a fucking thing about you. She is literally the antithesis of overcoming the black struggle. She is the antithesis of everything you think you have to do to overcome the black struggle in America. And the only reason y'all like, yeah, fuck those Palestinians, is because you think she represents you. Y'all want to throw an entire ethnicity under the bus because you think it means something to have a fake fucking black woman be the president. The fuck does that have to, what does that mean? It ain't gonna help you. Some of y'all paying $3.70, $3.80, $3.90, damn near $4 a tank or $4 a gallon in gas. That gonna help you? I know all of y'all electric bill, all of you, all of your electric bills have gone up. I know some of y'all have had money for retirement in the stock market because it's just the way it works if you depending on what kind of account you have. Yeah, that shit it probably ain't looking like what it did. It ain't gonna look like what it was. Nothing is cheaper or even close to the cost that it was. Everything is more expensive. And they're basically setting the stage so that you have no choice but for you or your kids to join the military and go to war. Because you ain't gonna really be able to afford shit any other way. But those same people who will make video after video after video after video begging people on these social media websites, look at us, look what happened to us. Look what happened to us in Tulsa, Oklahoma with Black Wall Street. Look what happened. Why did it take so long for Juneteenth as a holiday? Because that was like the last official slave labor, like last official day of slave labor. Like, why did that take that long? Look at what happened in Chicago. Look at what happened in Wilmington, North Carolina. Look at what happened in Jackson. Like, look at our struggle. Look at our plight. But fuck them. I know they're getting bombed to death, but if screw that. I want a kind of a black woman somewhat who isn't even really a fucking American. I mean, she's American, technically speaking, but I feel like Kamala is probably less American than anything else she can claim to be. Culturally speaking, like her dad being from Jamaica, mom being straight Indian, raised by Indians, not raised in the U.S., but principally in her most transformational years in Montreal, okay, going to fucking Howard University doesn't make you black. If that was the case, Rachel Dolezal, welcome back. Just fucking tell it. Rachel Dolezal went to Howard University too. I mean, shit, if she did more for the black community than fucking Rachel Dolezal or didn't fucking Kamala Harris ass. Just saying. Don't that boy look. Whew. You can't sit there and scream me. Look at us. And in the moment that it is convenient for you, and it isn't even, like, logically speaking, it's not even convenient. But, you know, in their minds, at least they literally are saying fuck Palestinians so they can post for a week about how they finally got the first black woman president. That's basically what that is psychopathic shit. We want to be able to talk about how we got the first black woman. And they want to be able to talk about how the first woman was black. Yeah, in case you were watching in a moving vehicle, I'm throwing up a whole lot of quotations right now when I put up that black shit. But like, y'all really like are saying fuck them? Cause like, imagine if y'all, I don't know, push back to make her try to do some concessions. Like, imagine if y'all actually tested her. Cause we know Kamala a little bit flippity floppity. One thing we know about Trump's people is that at least Trump's people will at times push back on his ass, and sometimes they get some good shit out of it. They don't necessarily benefit everybody, but hey. They pushed back a lot on that Chelsea Manning shit whenever that happened. And that was, again, you know, and they have a lot of people had problems with Chelsea Manning. A lot of Republicans had problems with Chelsea Manning because of her being trans. And they were like, but yeah, this is wrong still. What the hell? They pushed back on that. And she was let out. And then they tried to double jeopardy her ass. With Kamala and the Democrats and these fucking black influencers, y'all don't even care. Y'all like, we don't get shit and we're happy with it. What? So you selling your soul for $0.00? You selling your soul for not a single tangible benefit for your community? Because when I think about my community, I don't think about me. I can take care of me. I can take care of the consequences that come with being born looking the way I look. I think about my mom. I think about handicapped black people because they're going to get the worst treatment, medically speaking. I think about single moms who are dealing with 2 or 3 kids and don't have but one car. And this kid wants to play sports. This kid's interested in science. And this kid, you know, is more interested in traveling and things like that. Or, you know, they can't give attention to all 3 kids. So one kid's getting attention from the streets while the other one's trying to succeed, and she has a choice to make. I think about all the kids from the black community that are forced into the military because of the poverty draft. When I think about the black community, I know a lot of people do think about themselves, which is like, that's fine. I mean, vote in your self-interest. At least that. But when I think about the black community, it's like the community. Because if the community is doing better, of course I'm gonna do better. White men know this shit. I don't understand why the fuck black people don't realize it. If the community is doing better, if you force them into giving you, the people who claim to be your friends, if you force them into giving you tangible benefits, the community will do better. It's only black fucking people that are trying to be part of the white liberal elite, and even those who are trying to be part of the white conservative elite, who don't fucking get it. You deciding to break off in doing your whole Candace Owens, I'm no longer voting for Barack Obama, I'm going to vote for Donald Trump, or whatever the fuck routine. That don't help black people and claiming, oh yeah, individualism. It's all about individualism and self-responsibility. What? Men don't believe in individualism and self-responsibility, motherfucker. They all went through Yale. They all went to the Skull and Crossbones. They're like brotherhood. No accountability. Deflect, deny, project. Oh, you got fired as the CEO of this company? Here you go, man. Here's a job at another company as CEO. I got you. We're both white guys. The fuck? It's only my people. I haven't figured it out yet. Y'all are way stronger together. Stop letting them preach to you about individuality. Individuality is great as long as it's in the concept of a group picture, using your individual talents and uniqueness to benefit your community, because then you benefit too. You got white people, you got black people joining the Republican Party because it benefits them, then preaching to the black community how the Democrats aren't really doing anything to benefit them. Motherfucker, you're not doing anything to benefit them either. You just joined the party because they like, because all the white guys in the Republican Party love a black guy that's going to shit on the black community. That's the only, you're the only one benefiting from that situation. And that just helps white guys. They're banding together and fucking laughing at you. Y'all think that fracturing the black community to fuck over Palestinians and vote for Kamala of all goddamn people, that's going to help the black community? How? How? It don't work like that. We can talk all this shit about racism and prejudice and all that. Like, the racism is a problem. It is. But it ain't a bigger problem than the harm we keep doing to ourselves. And I'm not talking about black on black crime. Like, fuck all that shit. It's black on black crime, white on white crime, Asian on Asian crime, like, whatever. It's poverty on poverty crime. That's usually what it is. And the violence comes from a place of trauma, which I fully acknowledge. But we're the only ones who seem to want to let the world convince us that we are better if we are divided, individual, and compete with each other. We're the only ones. And that's African Americans, that's Caribbeans, even Africans. We are the only ones who have been, boy, China got that shit on lock. They're like, boy, look, yeah, BRICS is cool and this multipolar world, but ask Chinese what the fuck they do that shit for. Ask that government. China does whatever the fuck they can to help China succeed. And they are dead ass about that. You rarely see a Chinese Zionist. Zionism, they don't got a word for Zionism in Chinese. That was not in the ancient China books, the ancient China scrolls, when it was writing from top to bottom. In other words, there ain't no Zionist dynasty and we don't know y'all. The elites understand it. They know that they take care of each other, even if they don't like each other. I was watching a cartoon the other day and they were joking like, oh, it's just business. Yeah, you compete, you lose, you win sometimes. Don't make it personal. Because they understood that they're all elites at the end of the day. Even if you take an L, you're going to catch a W because you're part of the group. We got to get this shit together, bro. I'm fully aware black people are not a monolith. I get that. That's usually a good thing. But you think all these rich, wealthy white dudes who have historic generational wealth are monolithic? Not really. But they know when it's time to, hey, look, y'all, all that beef y'all got, end it. There's somebody coming and try to take our place and disrupt the status quo that we've been benefiting from. End that shit now so we can protect us. And it seems like most people get that. Except for black people. And we're willing to throw other people down the fucking, we're willing to sell other people out, other groups of people out, other marginalized groups, displaced groups. To divide ourselves, which is crazy. Because it's not even like we're selling other groups out to benefit us half the time. It ain't to benefit the group at least. Maybe like that TikTok influencer gonna get a check from Kamala. Yeah, for sure. Got one. Not gonna get one, got one. Y'all know how that game go. A lot of influencers have gotten paid by Kamala's campaign. That's part of it. But how could you take a check, bro, to sell your people out? A white, like wealthy, I ain't talking about like little rich, I'm talking about wealthy rich. White, wealthy rich men are not gonna take a check to sell out their entire group of wealthy rich. Hey, you ain't never heard of like Warren Buffett taking $1 billion check to sell out the whole group of elites. To sell out all billionaires. Or like, no, that ain't a thing. Hey, man, here's all the poor people in the world pitched in $1, Warren. Sell them out, man. Help us get us the inside takes on the stock market so that we can be wealthy too. You ain't never heard no shit like that happen. Nor would it. Because they need each other.